Okay, we are live right now. Okay. Okay, we are live right now. Okay. Okay, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great day today. Hope everyone's having a great... Okay, 1 second here. Okay, and let me just, here we go. Okay. Okay, all good here. How's everyone's weekend? I hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. I'm doing good, Nicholas. How are you, man? No, I don't get into politics, Viper. I just tend to stay away from it. It's a gaming channel. I beat Halo Reach on Legendary without raging once. I don't know what Halo would be on Legendary, but I can tell you, Mr. Waifu, that the hardest game that I played that's kind of similar to Halo's Killzone 2 on Elite difficulty. That was the worst, one of the most hardest games I played. My Sunday's going good, King of Killing. Okay, ready to sell this whenever here. No, I don't have Halo Wars. Hey, Pro, cool costume. Thank you.
Alright, let's sell some of our...
Okay. So this is one of the new ground missions. Okay. What is my next playthrough? SOCOM 2, probably. Hello, how are you, man? Okay, I've got 2 miles. Have I played Red Alert 2? No, I haven't. Yes, I'll probably play Assassin's Creed Mirage when it comes out. GTA 4 is the best story. Yeah, I kind of agree. I think GTA 4 does have the best story in the series. Ah, come on. Hey, Pro. Hey, Triller. How are you, man? Thank you for the super chat. Okay, got a mile left here. This car is very easy to flip. Ah, come on. Oh no, the jumps. These hills. Where am I supposed to go in here? Well, okay, that might have been a sound glitch there. Young Mayday had CJ's voice actor completely let us pay when he was voicing. Rockstar recently gave him compensation 15% discount on shark cards. What? Really? Okay. That are you trolling, Anomalous? Or are you being serious on that? Good thing I know the shortcuts around here. I think you could, these trucks, I think it just depends on whether you get 10 crates there at the, because it's like one of these vans, one of these cars can just deliver all 10. Because I'm pretty sure I've delivered more than, I'm pretty sure I've delivered more than 5 at this point. Okay, King of Killing, we can help you in a little bit. I just wanted to help you, Gene, with like 1 or 2 Hangar sources after this, and then I can help you next, okay? Okay. See here, I'm sorry if I wasn't looking at chat there, guys. I was just, It's called a joke, Patrick? Oh, okay. He posted on his Instagram story? Really? Anomalous, are you being serious with me on this, Anomalous, or are you joking? He posted on his Instagram. Well, I'll take a look at this afterwards. Afterwards, I will take a look at this, yes.
According to the buyer, everything was perfect. Job done.
Am I related to Review Bra? Oh, the guy who reviews, the guy who sits in a suit and reviews fast food, he's a cousin of mine. No, I'm joking. I'm not related to him. But you're not the first person to ask me that. A lot of people, they come to my channel and they ask me if I know him. Because apparently, I never heard of this guy beforehand, but people tell me that I have a very similar personality to him. Okay, hang on, let me just see. 'Cause I think Eugene needed help with a crate source. Okay. At least the car doesn't blow up afterwards like a lot of the other smugglers run vehicles. Okay, I can help somebody else right now then. King of Killing, let me help you next here. Because Eugene says that in like five minutes, they're gonna need help with crate sourcing at that point, so I'll help you with your hangar sale. Okay, here we go. Do I follow you on Twitter, by the way, Anomalous? Do I? If anything, can you send me this on Twitter, this story that you were telling me about, this one with Rockstar and young Melee? It's okay, Isaiah. Hey, bro, you should cosplays review, bro, one day and reach 1 year. Well, thank you for the thank you for sponsoring my channel. I've been sponsoring my channel for a year, Boostio. I'm curious whether he even knows who I am, because people ask me if I know him so many times. But love the outfit. Well, thank you, Joker.
Time for my...
So the amount of vehicles spawns with the amount of people that you have inside your MC or your CEO. Okay, so I see now. The casino heist in under 10 minutes. The best way to do that is probably to do the big con, the armored truck, and to probably not even grab the loot. That's probably it. Just grab a little bit of it just so it counts and just get out. That's probably the... Guys, can I make all these drops during this heist? Like, can I make all of them? All 10 of them? Because I just want to see... This is just a test. just to see whether the whether my vehicle is it's only me that has to deliver. I mean, it doesn't matter how many drops one vehicle makes as long as you make 10. So it's not like each vehicle has like 3 drops or something to even it out. I'll be as fast as I can. Oh, damn. Wait, if you could, wait, oh. Burley did it already, okay. Okay, let's see if I can make the... Thanks for recommending Anum fitness protection. Wait, what? Alex, I'm a bit confused. Thank you for this the super chat. I'm confused with Sor, if you could please just not follow me that close behind, because this vehicle is very sensitive. It's okay. Same spot again, okay. Okay, how many drops did I make in total? I definitely made more than 5. Oh, the weaponized Kanata hasn't been added yet. Hi, how are you? I know it might be a bit political question, but what do you think of what happened in Russia? Thank you, fact speaker. It seemed to me like a coup. But not I don't know much more than that. The guy who did it, he left to Belarus, but there isn't that much more. There isn't that much more information about it. What the deal was specifically that he made, or. I found out there's a new mod for GTA Liberty City called Sindaku Chronicles, where you play as JD. This one is using AI to voice the new characters. Oh, thank you, Victor, for the super chat. I might look into that. And what did you mean earlier, Alex, Alex Hernandez, what did you mean earlier, man? Okay, does anyone else need help with their, does anyone else need help with their sales here? Anyone with a hangar sale specifically, hangar sale I'd like to, do if possible.
According
Hello, Corey. You look like that kind of YouTuber that has 0 haters, which probably is. Oh no, I definitely have haters. There's definitely people that don't like me. Most of the people that don't like me, it's mostly people that think that I complain too much, or they think that I or they just don't like my criticism of Rockstar. Most of that. Oh, I'm the beast again on this. I have to disable these Freemode events, because I just didn't feel like doing this at the moment. Great, I was in the middle of helping with a sale, and then this happened, and... Okay. At least you're 100% honest. Thank you, man. If you're going for the Nico outfit, how long will it take? By the way, I made my own Claude outfit. Which one is the Nico outfit under, guys? Thank you, it's Ant, for the super chat. Under career, which one is it under? What tab is it specifically? Burley, just wait for a moment for me, and I will rejoin. What war movie do you recommend me to watch? Check out Downfall, because Downfall right now is free on YouTube. Downfall is a pretty disturbing World War II movie, but it's also very historically accurate. Stormcloaks or Imperials? Honestly, I don't like either of them, honestly. What I'll say about it is that do you know what the problem with both of the civilizations is? The Empire is too imperialistic, and the Stormcloaks are too nationalistic. That's the problem between both of them. The thing is, the Empire, you know, conquers lands, doesn't really have respect for the people's culture in that land that it conquers. But the Stormcloaks, on the other hand, while they're not planning on conquering anybody outside of Skyrim, they're very racist towards non-Nords. They don't really have toleration towards non-Nords, and it's kind of hypocritical considering the fact how pissed off they get at the Imperials for discriminating against them, but yet they're perfectly fine with doing that to other people. So that's what I'll say about both of them. Okay, this is almost over here. Come on. Oh, I will announce it soon, Fact Speaker. I will help in just one moment here, Eugene. I'm just trying to get this activity here done. I have to disable my free mode events because I really did. This is like the second time on the Beast, and I didn't want to do this. Can you do an ultimate money guide? I will be doing a new money guide on the updated, you know, Smuggler's Run business. I'll be doing that. No, I haven't really watched the Scream movies, though I do know them. Yes, I have, Reznov. Well, not right now, Sor, because I'm about to just finish it. I'm just gonna finish it then. Oh, come on. How is this? Seriously. I cannot believe that doesn't count. Can't climb this either here. Come on. Oh my god, this... Can I not climb anything right now? I'm trying to go over the... I feel like this is how fast the NPCs should run. As fast as the Beast, because this is more like when you're really sprinting, this is more of like what somebody would be running at. Oh, thanks for recommending Anomalous. Oh, you meant Anomalous. Okay, I was a bit confused what you meant earlier, Alex. Okay, let's get on up here. I can help you guys sell in a little bit. I'm sorry for anybody I'm not able to help sell. I didn't want to do this Beast thing, but it just started, and I might as well just finish it. By who, King of Killing? Okay. Okay, almost to this landmark here. Yeah, this is gonna be finished now here. Oh man, yeah. Will I do any of the career challenges? I'll look at them in a little bit, but the Nico Bellic outfit, which one is it under? There we go. Okay, done. Yeah, that was not worth 35 grand doing that. I can't even split it with people. I have to do 25 of them to get Nico's outfit. Okay, can I get an invite? I'm ready to help now. Well, King of Killing, can you guys just please just stop fighting? I just don't know what's going on right now. We're all just here to help. I know 35k isn't horrible, but I really would never prefer to get sucked into that job, but I should probably just disable them for next time. Okay, I was helping Burley before, but then I got, Oh, is it kind of... Because Kane and Lynch is like that, too. Okay, well, just... Dark, you and Killing, just please stop fighting. Burley, can you please do a ground sale? Because I just want to see the ground sales. Why don't you PvP? Honestly, the reason I don't PvP is because it's a waste of time. Because it's, most of the time when you PvP people, what are people going to do? Like, people do the cheapest things in this game. Like, they will constantly keep blowing themselves up, they will teleport back to their facility, they will use Ghost Organization off the radar, they'll join another CEO, they'll activate Ghost Organization. You know, people will just abuse the cheapest things in this game. And, do you know what's like... Oh, I hear it. Wait, that's not the... I hear a mine here somewhere. Oh, okay. You please don't leave mines around like that. I don't know what that was about, but, But do you know what the cheapest thing that I've seen people do in PvP is? The cheapest thing they do is there are people who will blow themselves, who will fire an RPG at you and then they'll blow themselves up. So you can't kill them, but the RPG will still be moving. So the RPG has a chance of killing you. I can't stand when people do that, and they think that somehow this takes skill. You know, firing an RPG and then blowing yourself up. That's just... Oh, okay, it's okay, Dark, but just please don't leave mines around. Oh, anybody who messages me 1-0, do you know what I basically think of when somebody messages me 1-0? I don't think, oh, that guy's good. I think that guy's an idiot. Battlefield or Call of Duty? Years ago, I would have told you Battlefield, but right now, I honestly prefer Call of Duty over Battlefield.
Hey,
Okay, let's split up then on this. Is it true that John Marston and Abigail are acted by the same people in both games? Kinda seems like it. Jack and Red Dead Redemption 2 makes me shed a tear, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that John Marston is voiced by the same guy. I don't know about Abigail, though. I could help you sell in after I'm done with this. Well, I don't know what's going on then, Corey. I'm just I don't know who's killing who. Just the only thing I would just ask is just please don't fight right here right now. Let's just, we're all friends. Everyone's help each other out.
Hey, what's going on? Okay, I'll get you out of trouble. No problem.
Do you prefer Rick Grimes or Daryl Dixon? No, I'm not tired. I honestly, the show I feel like The Walking Dead really fell apart after Rick left. You know, the Andrew Lincoln. But I think that Daryl is like Daryl's no longer that cool character that like a lot of people looked up to. Okay, let's split up here. You're going for that one. I'm gonna go for this one then. Are you flying that thing upside down? What the? Okay, one moment, guys. I'll read the chat in just a little bit. I'm just focusing on just making this drop here. Can these sales be done solo? I think they can be, Pizza. Thank you for the super chat. I'm testing that. That's why I'm not just helping people, but we're also testing these missions. The one that's on the mountain, I'll get that one. The one that's on the top of Mount Chiliad, I'll get that one. Ah. No, it's all the way up there on that cliff. Okay. Okay, I'll get the one on the very top of the mountain. I hope this thing is good for climbing mountains. What a very weird place to make a drop, right? Yeah, we could do that, Casey. So at least this thing is somewhat okay at climbing hills. Thank you, Julio. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thanks, man. And thank you, Yaz, for subscribing too. Damn, look at this, where you had to deliver this crate. They expect you to go all the way up here. This is ridiculous. But at least it's done. Here we go. Now this is gonna be the fun part, right? Going down this hill. Hey, Pro, I think you missed the super chat. Also, is your username a nod to your background heritage since you have family from Poland? Yeah, it is, but my name, Polish Mercenary, that's mostly made to be, it's mostly made as a reference to my favorite PS2 game, which was Mercenaries Playground Destruction. I love that game so much. And, I had so much fun with Mercenaries, and so that's why I made that name. Thank you, Eagle. And I'm going to look at the other chats in just a little bit here. Guys, just please don't group up around me. I just don't want to accidentally crash into you. Well, this was a pretty long cell mission, but you guys want to know something? As ridiculous as this mission is, I prefer this mission over post-op still. As ridiculous as this is. Okay, I can help people sell different kinds of businesses. Though I would prefer to sell Hangar mostly because of the update, but I will sell help people with any business they need. Okay, let's leave this area here. Wow, we had to deliver literally to the middle of nowhere here. Like, look at where this wanted us to deliver these crates to. Wow, right? Wow. At least we got a decent pay for it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to start my streams earlier. Imagine if we had a DLC where we team up with Rubio plus Pavel and we had to rob, like, his biggest drug rival or something. Imagine how cool that'd be. Well, the thing about this is that would be, it wouldn't really make any sense, because then you'd still be robbing Rubio, technically, by canon lore. And, you know, there's no way somebody like Rubio is gonna work with you. Like, Rubio wants to probably, you know, cut your character's heads off before he would work with you. See here. Okay. Have I played European Assault? Yes. Medal of Honor European Assault. I actually have it. I have it here in my apartment, and I wanna eventually play that one too for you guys. Okay. Okay, let me help Logger, and then I'll help, after that, I'll help, you, Mr. Tay. I think I hate Dimitri more than Micah, because of the fact that Micah, Dimitri pretends to be your friend, Micah doesn't. I played Medal of Honor Airborne, but I haven't played Medal of Honor Vanguard. It's not really. This is a tactical shirt, so the tactical shirt is kind of designed not to get you that hot. The vest is a little uncomfortable at times, but I've actually worn much more uncomfortable vests. Wait, you activated the cell? Okay, a little farther away. State of emergency? I haven't heard of that one. No, I haven't, Joker. When you told me how to do that a few months ago, I remember I did everything that you told me, and I didn't see the option. What do I have to do it again? Yeah, this new DLC isn't really that exciting. When they release the weaponized Kanata, I think I'll do my review on this DLC. Devin Weston or Dane Vogel? Oh, Dane Vogel's a much better antagonist. You know, Dane Vogel represents that evil, corrupt CEO that wants to take over the entire city. Devin Weston's just an annoying billionaire. Both of them have private armies that protect them, but... Okay, I want to try to help as many people as I can sell. Oh, did I just run someone over? Okay, Brandon. What is it now? Whoa, whoa. Okay, thank you for blowing him up. Let's get up here. Oh, sorry. Did I accidentally just blow that up? Okay. Man, a lot of jumps. This is not the best terrain to sell on. Okay, 2 drops left. Well, this vehicle is actually really good at climbing hills, but just the terrain is pretty rough here. I don't remember. That's the Mammoth something, that truck. There's also Liberator. Yes, I will, Michael. I'll check out your video, probably sometime later today. No, Roman is pretty sure is still alive, because if you look at Jimmy's computer, I think Nico is a assistant manager at Roman's taxi business. There's a new Saints Row DLC, Eagle. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see your super chat earlier. Let me look here. No problem. Can you disband the MC if you don't need help selling anything else? Let me just see here right now. Saints Row Reboot DLC. Let's see here. I don't see any new DLCs for it.
All deliveries received. Now let's just hope they know how to use them, right?
Yeah, I don't see anything right now. I missed a bunch of supers. I'm sorry if I did. Let me just check here. I'm just getting some complicated I'm just getting some complicated missions. Let me see here. Your moderator keeps banning me from your stream. Well, thank you, Corey, for the super chat. But what's going on exactly? Are you saying? Were you saying something bad? And wait, what? I'm just a bit confused. Let me look at my super chats here, see if I missed anyone. No, I think I read all of them. Oh, okay, Melon, thank you for the super chat. So that's where Alfred's closed store at the bottom, the hired gun. Okay. Okay. Well, Chaz says he's not banning you, Corey, so I don't know what's going on here. Okay, can you disband the MC, then? And, Lagger, can you disband it? Unless you need help selling something else. Okay, hang on a second. I want to go back to my hangar really quickly here. Because I want to... Probably going to spawn over there. Pro, do you think the Raiju is too OP? Because a lot of people pop stealth and attack you, and also you never know when someone is firing invisible fire. Thank you, Seth. I don't really have that much of a problem with it personally, because I always carry explosive sniper on me, so I just shoot those jets down the second they show up. Thank you, Blinded Eagle. There's a new category in the Saints Row trophies. It's called Doc Ketchum's Murder Circus. I might have been curious at your games played, and I stumbled into it. Well, if they do release a new Saints Row DLC, I will definitely look into it. But I don't really have that much hope for that game, honestly. Sor, watch out. Man, this thing takes off quick. Isn't what the dollar icon, Drift? My favorite 3D universe GTA? Probably Vice City, because it's like the 80s, and I like all the businesses that you run in that one. The second one would be San Andreas. Okay, I just wanted to buy some crates of Rooster, because I'm going to be doing a big video on the hangar, and just breaking down all the new stuff here. No, I haven't, Michael.
Howdy, friend. Whoops. Looking into it, Cap.
So, guys, all these crates I have here, this I sourced just with Rooster. My goal is to get 50 crates with just Rooster, just to show for a video. Was Rooster's first appearance in Cayo Perico as the air support? Is he really the guy in Cayo Perico for air support? Really? That's him? I guess I just never noticed then. No, Corey, I don't think anyone is taking off your messages. But you can't grief people's cargo like that. My car disappeared. Support. The most cars you can have in one garage is 10 cars. Huh. Oh, thank you, Blinded Eagle. Oh, I guess that was an accident. I'm ready. Whenever anybody needs me, just invite me and I'll help you out. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just yawning a little bit here. I'm sorry. I don't know why I guess I am a little bit tired, but not that much. Do I think that Chief Monroe is a better antagonist than Devin Weston, even though he's unseen? Yes, Chief Monroe is a much better antagonist than Devin Weston, even though he's unseen. I felt like he had more character to him, and he was just, you know, this evil, corrupt police chief. But Devin Weston is just annoying. He makes a lot of appearances, but he's just not a interesting character. Okay, Corey, but did you talk to Daniel, and did you talk to Daniel, Iced Coffee? Did you talk to them? And unconverting? Okay, invite me to an MC or CEO, guys. How can we help him here? Guess that invite's not working. Okay, just waiting for an invite. My favorite GTA 5 character? I can't join your MC for some reason. Invite again. Probably Trevor. Yeah, probably Trevor would be my favorite one. Even though I'm pissed at him for killing, like, even though I pissed at him for killing Johnny, I still think he was the most interesting character in GTA 5. He's the most unique character in GTA 5. Can I get an invite to an MC or something? Because I don't have any invites right now to anything. Greetings from Slovakia, Pro. You're doing good. Thank you, Misha. Thanks, man. Was that supposed to be a Jack the Ripper outfit? Does anyone need help selling? Nobody? I got betrayed by a close friend of mine. Do you have any advice on making new friends? Oh, strange man. I thought you were doing Jack the Ripper for a moment because you had a knife out. Because Jack the Ripper wore a tall hat like that. You said you had a close friend, right, that betrayed you. Well, do you have any advice for making new friends? What I'll say about this is when you have a close friend that hurts you, that's really hard to get over because it's somebody that you trusted, it's somebody that you've known probably for a long time, and so it is hard to get over something like that. But the way I got over it, because I had a close friend that kind of screwed me over, and it took me, like, honestly, like 1 or 2 years to fully get over it. Because even though my friend was, you know, a bit of a scumbag, I felt like I was still the one who did something wrong. But in the end, I just realized that I was better off without being his friend. That would ultimately be, like, I guess might be one way to think about it, is that, you know, you don't need friends like that. I do, Corey? Well, no, friends on the internet can be really good friends. There's some people I know online I have never met, but are really good people. Okay, now it's working. I don't know why it wasn't working beforehand. Invite me to your business whenever you're ready. Did I see the Mario movie? No, I didn't. I will say though that you know, I had a friend of mine. I'll just tell this story really quick because I hope this story helps you out with your advice. I told this story before, so people might have heard it before. But I had a friend of mine that was my friend from high school, you know, all the way up until like a year or two in college. We didn't go to the same college together, but that's when he stopped being my friend. Now, what happened is, even though this was a good friend at one point, he just got, as he got older. If you don't see membership in YouTube Studios or at the Earn tab, then contact YouTube support. It seems weird to me that you don't have it at this point. Okay, Joker. And Joker, do you have a Twitter? Because I can just message you on Twitter too. There. But so about my friend that that kind of screwed me over. I hope this advice helps you out. Well, what you did last time, Corey, that was not okay. And so remember, apologize to Unconverting, Daniel, and Iced Coffee. And if they, they accept your apology, then I'll also accept your apology. But you gotta talk to them because that was just not okay last time. You might not be a griefer, but that was just not okay from last time. Anyways, about my friend who kind of screwed me over. Here's what happened. Is he was a good friend of mine, but then like when we got older, when we started becoming adults, he became just really arrogant, like just really, really arrogant, and he thought that he was better, smarter than us. We had a group of 4, myself included. So there was 3 other friends that I would hang out with him and 2 other people. And what ended up happening is he got his driver's license like a full year before all of us. And he would just show off when he got that driver's license. He wasn't like necessarily just proud of his driver's license, but he would kind of like rub it in our faces. And so he just thought that he was smarter and better than us. Now, I got my driver's license like a year after him, and I didn't take driver's ed. And so when he just kept constantly criticizing me over that, saying, oh, you didn't take driver's ed, you're supposed to take driver's ed when you get your driver's license. But here's the thing, I had a permit, and every day after school, me and my dad drove around for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes, me and my dad drove around every day after school. So every day after school for a year. So like that's how my dad taught me how to drive. We started out in an empty parking lot. It was just an empty parking lot, and we did that for like maybe like half of the year in that empty parking lot, and then the next half of the year we started driving on streets. And we had like the same route that we would take, like driving around the town, a little bit through the highway, things like that. My dad would teach me about exits, turns, signals, everything like that. And so that's how I learned how to drive. My dad taught me everything. And so my friend just kept, mocking me, saying you have to take driver's ed and all this other, crap, when my dad was perfectly fine with teaching me. My dad was a good teacher, and he knew what he was doing. I drove around for 30 minutes after school every day. So it's not like I'm an idiot. And what happened is, when I was able to drive, if we were supposed to go somewhere, if we were supposed to go to the movies, we were supposed to go to a friend's house or something like that, if I said I'll drive, he was always like, no, you're inexperienced. You're not driving, you're inexperienced. And it was every single time he's like, I will drive. Now, afterwards, my other friend, he got his driver's license, and he did driver's ed, but he treated him the exact same way, and said, you don't have enough experience, I will drive. And we weren't idiots, we didn't speed, we weren't reckless on the road, we weren't, amazing drivers because we just got our driver's license, but we weren't, idiots either. And we drove carefully, and, he would just always say, you don't have experience like me. He's just been driving for a year. That's not an experienced driver either. And so we weren't able to drive anywhere ever because our friend would just tell us constantly, I'm driving, every time. And what ended up happening is he was the one who drove us everywhere. So whenever we would go to the movies, he would drive us. When we were going to another friend's house, he would drive us. Whenever we go anywhere, our friend would drive us because he wouldn't let any of us drive. If any of us tried to drive, he would not get in the car with us. And so we were getting annoyed at him. And what ended up happening is he then started complaining to me and my friend, and he started saying to us, he's like, oh, you guys take advantage of me all the time. It's like, I'm driving you guys around everywhere. This is not fair. You guys should give me money for gas money. And I told him that I'm not giving him money for gas money. And I told him because I said I had volunteered to drive several times. I said I will drive. My other friend said that he will drive. But every single time we volunteer to drive, you would just tell us, no, 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 that we don't have experience. And so you would say I'm driving instead. So I'm saying you put yourself in that position. We volunteer to drive several times. We're not paying you for gas money now. If you don't want to drive, that's fine. Let us drive and we'll drive, but you refuse to get into the car with us. And so he just got pissed off. He just got pissed off. I remember he stormed out that day. He kind of apologized to me a few days after that for his like little outburst. But then what ended up happening is a few months after that, he pulled up in front of my house to hang out with me and my friends. And his car, left a stain on the street in front of my house. It was like we're at the parking spot that was pretty much right in front of my house. And I don't know much about cars. From last time, people told me that it's probably oil that spilled, so I don't know what it was. But something from underneath his car spilled onto the street. And whatever this was, this caused a big stain. Like, it was just a big, ugly stain that was, like, right in front of my house. Like, the entire street was perfect. There was no potholes, nothing, but then there was this ugly stain that was, like, right in front of my house. And so what happened is, I told him about that, and he said, oh, that's not my car. It wasn't my car that did that, and then he changed his story. He said, oh, it's air conditioner fluid. It'll go away in a few days. It didn't go away. And then weeks later, the stain is still there. He comes to hang out at my house with one of my friends, and then one of my friends says, when are you going to do something about that stain? You made a stain, you made a mess in front of Patrick's house, when are you going to do something about that? And then he says, I will, are you really going to talk to me like this? I'll walk out, I'll leave right now. And then my friend said, go ahead, do it, I don't care. And so then he walked out. Now, even though I didn't say anything to him at that day that he walked out, he still blamed me, and he got all, pissed off. He stopped being my friend, he stopped being my other friend's friend who said that to him. And then what ended up happening is I tried to contact him, blocked me, deleted me on PlayStation, everything. And my other buddy, who was the fourth guy in the group, my other friend, he was kind of neutral. He kind of agreed with us, but he was kind of the quiet guy. He wouldn't really say anything. He didn't like getting into arguments. Now, he actually messaged him and said, what's the problem? Why did you stop being friends with Patrick and his other friend? Why'd you do that? And he says to my other friend, he says to him, I don't have a problem with you, it's just with Patrick and the other guy. And then like a week later, he ends up blocking him anyways, even though he didn't say anything to him. So that was it. And for like a year or two, it took me some time to get over it. It was like a year or two. Sometimes I did yell at him, that friend. I got into arguments with him, and I did kind of regret that. But he was just being, an arrogant, scumbag a lot of times. And it took me like a full year or two to get over it, and I felt like I did something wrong, that he stopped being my friend. But then I realized, like, I don't need friends like that. People who are like that, just arrogant, just calling me like an idiot, just shoving that crap in my face, telling me that I can't do anything. Like, I don't need people like that in my life. And so I was thinking that, yeah, I'm actually glad he's not my friend anymore. So I don't know if that relates to your story, the person who asked me about that in the comments, how do you get over with, like, a friend betraying you? But, the way I finally got, it took me some time to get over it. It wasn't something that happened, a day or two. It took me like a full year or two to get over it. But when I finally did get over it, I realized that I don't really need people like that in my life. So I don't know what this friend of yours did to betray you or whatever, but the way that I would just look at it personally is I would just say, if your friend is going to screw you over and is going to betray you and you've done nothing wrong to them, then you don't need people like that in your life. You just say, maybe it's actually a good thing that they're not your friend anymore. I don't know what they did to you, so I'm not saying that's a good thing. What I'm saying is that you don't need people like that in your life. And so if they're just out of your life, they're not your friends anymore, that's a good thing, because you don't have to associate with toxic people. People who just screw you over and betray you, those aren't your friends. They probably were never your friends. Maybe they took advantage of you for something. So I hope that was helpful, that advice, that was. He probably had a narcissistic disorder. The thing about this is that this stuff, he was definitely very arrogant. I don't know if I would put him as narcissist, but he was definitely very arrogant. Thank you for the super chat, Victoria and Corey, and KF. Speaking of driver's licenses, I just got mine last week. Oh, congratulations, Victoria. Thank you. But that was, the thing is, though, is, do you know what I think? I think he learned that behavior from his parents. That's what I think. I think he learned that behavior from his parents, because his parents were just extremely strict people. Like, I have, the thing is, though, is I had all of my friends, you know, parents. I knew my friend's parents pretty well. His parents, I didn't know as well as some of my other friends, but I did have some interactions with them. And what I will say is that almost all of my friends' parents were chill. Like, my friends' parents weren't, like, typically people that would just, you know, let their kids do whatever they wanted, but they weren't, like, super strict either. But this guy, on the other hand, this guy who stopped being my friend, his parents were very strict. They were some of the most strictest parents that I have ever seen. Like, it was just, you know, it was, like, if you want to know a perfect example of the, a perfect example of his, parents, his mom would talk to him so loud that I would hear her on the phone even when he wasn't using speaker. That's what his mom acted like. And his mom would just, I remember, like, that, like, we would hang out on, like, Friday nights, and, like, and his mom would just yell at him on the phone and be like, I want you to be home by 9 p.m. It's like, you know, stuff like that. It's like, you know, dude, seriously? It's like, you know, it's like, you know, we're not doing drugs, we're not doing anything bad, you know, we're just hanging out on a Friday night. So, like, you know, what's the problem if he hangs out a little bit past 9 p.m.? There's not really a problem. But his mom was, like, you know, super strict like that. And I even told him a few times, like, you know, tell your mom that, you know, she can't talk to you like this. Like, his mom wasn't abusive in any way like that, but she was just very strict. Like, just, it was just, like, not to, like, a nice level. And it was just, and he's like, no, I can't say anything to my mom like that. I'm like, you know, dude, I told him one time, I said to him, like, you know, tell your mom that you get good grades in school, you listen to her, you don't cause trouble, you want to hang out with your friends on a Friday night, That's what I said to my mom. I said to her, you know, I get good grades in school, I don't cause problems, I always behave, let me hang out with my friends, you know, on a Friday night. And my mom said, yeah, sure, that's no problem. That's what I would just say to my parents, and always worked. But, you know, he didn't even want to say that to his parents. He was scared. So that was, so I think that arrogant behavior that he had, that kind of narcissistic tone, I guess, he probably learned that from his parents. That's probably where it came from. So, you know, a lot of stuff rubs off. A lot of stuff that parents do rubs off on their kids. So I think that might have been where he, you know, where he learned that arrogant behavior from. It might have been that. You know, his parents were almost like, you know, those, like, you know, those super strict, like, tiger parents that you hear about. A little bit like that, like, constantly hovering over their heads. And was his mother like Livia Soprano? No, because Livia Soprano was a sadistic woman. His mother wasn't sadistic. You know, she wasn't like a bad person either. You know, I'm sure that she had a good heart, but she was just extremely strict, like very, very strict. Like his mom and dad, as far as I know, his mom and dad never said anything bad about me, as far as I know. But his parents were just super strict, like very, very strict, like to the point where it's just not fun. You know, it's just that's like that. Let me go to your next business here. So that's why I think, like, you know, one of my friends that, like, you know, he became like that arrogant and that narcissistic. It was, you know, I think it was part of it was because of his parents. Do you have any tips on passing a driving writing test? If you're in America, the permit test is like 10 multiple choice questions. Why don't you go on Google, Marshawn, and go on Google and, like, type in, like, permit example test. I'm sure there's something like that you can take, like a permit test. It's like a practice one, like, you know, and there's probably, like, ways that these websites that'll help you study and, like, learn and stuff like that. So there are probably, like, you know, yeah, there are probably, like, places websites that'll give you, like, a little bit more information. Since you nearly finished Frontline, could you possibly look up the SS Honor Guard? They act like Adolf's Praetorian Guard, Sturmgeist Lifeguard. You mean those guys that wear kind of like those brown uniforms that are Sturmgeist bodyguards in, oh, you got Discord, Joker. Okay. Well, okay, we could probably talk on there. No, I don't do drugs, Victoria. How do I still have the motorcycle helmet on? That's weird. Where's my camouflage boonie hat? Hope you're having a good day. Big fan. Thank you, Austin. Thanks, man. All for a stain on the street. No. Here's the thing is, the stain that my friend's car left on my street. It wasn't all because of that. That was just pretty much just the what I would say, the kind of like the last thing, the thing that kind of like blew it up in the end. That was pretty much it. But this was like a conflict that was going on for, like, you know, 1 or 2 years. It started like right near the end of high school, and, like, you know, it ended pretty much when he stopped being our friends. So that was it. And the thing about this guy is that about him is that I don't I don't actually wish him anything bad. I actually wish him well, but I probably would not be his friend even if he apologized, you know, today. The thing about this is that I saw his brother, his younger brother, like a few years ago. I saw him at a Burger King in my town, because my town wasn't that big. And what happened is I asked him, like, you know, what's going on exactly, and he left. What happened? I asked him what's going on exactly, and he said that I was being, like, rude to his brother and, like, nasty to his brother about, like, the stain that was in front of my house. And, like, and the thing is, though, is that his brother did not tell him the full story about that. I don't blame him because, you know, who's he gonna believe? He's gonna believe me or his brother? He's probably obviously gonna believe his brother, so I don't blame his younger brother for feeling that way. But his brother did not tell him the full story. And that was, and the thing about that is, imagine if I did that, right? If I pulled up in front of his house to hang out with him, and my car left a massive stain in front of his house, his mom would absolutely lose. Yeah, she would just go crazy. I could imagine her totally screaming at me for that. I could imagine that totally happening. But apparently, you know, him doing that in front of my house, that's not his fault. So it was like, you know, he was that type of guy that even if he made a mistake, it was very hard for him. Like, there was times where he apologized, but it was very hard for him to admit that he was wrong. Very, very hard. And, you know, the thing is, though, is that I personally feel like that if you are the type of person where you refuse to admit that you're wrong, even when you're clearly wrong, that you're setting yourself up for disaster in the future. Because the way to set yourself up for success is when you make a mistake, you apologize for that mistake. You fess up to that mistake, and you move on. That's what you do. But just trying to make excuses every single time, that's not setting yourself for success in the future. That's just the way that I personally look at it. It was yeah. I mean, even me, I made a mistake like 2 weeks ago, and I admitted it on my channel. I made a community post, you know, the other day where I apologized for that video that I put out 2 weeks ago, because I put out a video thinking that, like, Merryweather had drained the San Andreas Dam. I wasn't trying to do anything bad. I wasn't trying to clickbait or anything like that. I actually did think they drained the dam because of the artwork, but I made a mistake and I admitted to it, and I did admit to that. I admitted to that. So it's like, when I mess up in something, I will admit to it if I do something wrong. But that's why you admit to things that you admit when you make something, when you make a stupid decision, when you do something wrong, you admit to it and you move on, and that's it. Do you think the new update is bad? I don't think it's bad, but it's not good either. Okay, what happened? Why did you leave earlier? Oh, okay, there's wrestling on, so I'll watch later. Okay, Mark. I can help anybody who needs help with their stuff. Let me actually go back to my business. Not my business, but my, let me go back to my hangar, because I'm gonna, yeah. Shaq, you could just please stop ramming me. For me, it is bad because of the removed cars. Yep, that's definitely one. Okay, I will rejoin your MC in a little bit. I'm gonna go to my hangar and talk to Rooster again. This thing takes off so quickly. Forget to mention, do the Sturmgeist have the formal uniforms like the Honor Guard, and do they use FG-42 or shotguns? And do they have max health? They use in Medal of Honor Frontline, Sturmgeist bodyguards use the STG-44s. JD. Can I please play State of Emergency? What is this game? I've never heard of this one. The last time I was in Poland was 2010, so 13 years ago was the last time I was there. Oh, Rooster still didn't deliver the crates? Okay. Oh, you did, Joker. You just followed me on Twitter. Joker, can you comment underneath my post, my latest post? Let's see here. Comment underneath my latest post, and I'll follow you from there. Okay. Can't sleep. You want to know something? I was actually recording a GTA Online video last night, and I actually passed out as I was recording it. I fell asleep at 11 p.m., 12 a.m. I was just, you know, I was just slowly falling asleep, and I actually accidentally fell asleep, and I woke up at like 9, 10 a.m. How do I send messages on Twitter? Well, I would have to follow you. I would have to follow you back. And then there's a message icon on there. Let's see here. This is you, Joker? Okay. I sent you, a message. I respect PvP Cat a lot for trying to still play, for still playing Red Dead Online. I still like playing it, but it's just a shame they just abandoned that game, and they just left that game to rot. It's one of the worst things Rockstar's ever done. You think Rockstar's going to do anything for GTA 5's 10th anniversary this September? Also, hope everyone's having a great day. Thank you, Caillou. They gotta do something for this anniversary. If they don't, that's going to be really disappointing. Oh, I went to Warsaw and Olsztyn in Poland, and I went to a lot of the countryside too. Stop firing explosives out here because we're Oh. Please, Soren, don't drop that out here, though. Please don't. I know you're not griefing, but just please don't do that.
Here I come!
It's okay. They should release a mansion DLC to this game finally. Oops. Sorry. Okay, I'll see you then, Joker. Take care, man.
I take it this isn't a social call. So you don't want to get in serious trouble, huh? Okay, leave it with me.
Government stooge.
Advice on good stocks for investing besides Amazon. Well, Amazon. Well, I'm not a financial advisor, but what I will say is that Amazon is typically a reliable stock because Amazon's not really going to fall apart. That company's going to be here forever. But Amazon stock, I think, is too high right now. I think it's just personally valued at too high. One stock. Another one, Google. Google is a pretty reliable stock, but I think it's a little too high right now, too. Coca-Cola is a good stock. I don't think it's too high right now. Coca-Cola pays out a really good dividend. So that's what I would look up into Coca-Cola. It might interest you in that, Blinded Eagle. This is a new cell mission for the Hangar. Because now you have ground cell missions. Can I make all 10 drops? Is that okay? If I could just make all 10 drops. And the reason I want to make all 10 drops is because I want to, my theory is that you can make all 10 drops with just one vehicle. That's really what I think. What's cringe? Okay, I'm gonna be as quick as I can with these. Yeah, it pretty much is. What to you is the Red Dead Redemption 2 of PS3 games? What about PS2? For PS2 it would be San Andreas. Oh, is this one? Is that one underground? I think it is. Now for PS3 games, I'd say probably GTA 4. Okay, that's half of them dropped already. Okay, we are going the right way. Yeah, okay. So it looks like you can make all the drops in just one vehicle. Okay, 2 more drops. It's probably, yeah, in the parking garage. I was able to do that mission actually pretty quickly, 8 minutes. Not bad. There we go. Let me see here. And the church mission in Liberty City Stories is required. Are the church missions? Yes, they are. They are required, especially for 100%.
Everything was perfect. Job done.
Does GTA 5 have more vehicles than GTA 4? Yes, with all the vehicles they've added over time, yes it does. I'm glad they added the land supply and sell missions for the hangar. Yes, I think it's a good thing. Even though Hangar is supposed to be based air, I do like that they give you a choice somewhat now. I think more businesses should do stuff like this. I think that they should do an update like San Andreas Mercenaries, but do it just for bikers, and just fix the MC businesses. Like, give us new sell missions for the MC. Get rid of the damn post op. Like, let's choose our sell missions for MC. I think that would definitely be a plus. Thank you, Aussie Guy and Victor. Thank you, Corey, for the super chat. Okay, does anyone else need help selling anything else here? No problem. Glad I can help. And thank you for letting me sell that by myself, because I wanted to see if my theory is right. That you can, No, post-op is cool. I know you're trolling, Nico. Can you help me and my friends do Criminal Mastermind? I'm not the right person to ask for that, Joshua, because I am so busy with so many things, like just doing so many things at once. Criminal Mastermind is something that you would take probably days or probably weeks, because you have to have everyone on at the same time, and you guys will probably get pissed off waiting for me because I'm busy with so many things. If anything, I can recommend you guys to watch my Criminal Mastermind guides. I have 2. I have one for Doomsday and one for regular heists. They're even though they're old, they're 2017 videos, they're still very relevant, and all the tricks in them still work. So just look up my Criminal Mastermind guide and my Doomsday heist guide. Pro, thoughts on Ghost of Tsushima, and would you ever do a cosplay? Yes, I want to play Ghost of Tsushima again. Do you want to know something? I actually have a Ghost of Tsushima lore video that I have. I never put it out, but I have it on my computer, and it's like what, a 30-minute video, and it's the lore video is a character analysis, of both Jin and his uncle and the differences between them. It's a really good video, but the reason I never put the video out is because it's for a stupid reason. I finished the video right when Ghost of Tsushima finished. So, like, right when I finished Ghost of Tsushima in 2020, I finished that video. Now, the really stupid thing that I did was I put the video on my desktop. So when I saved the video and I finished the video, I put the video clip itself on my desktop. And then what happened was one day I just felt like I just wanted to clear everything on my desktop because I didn't want icons and all the other stuff. And so I just deleted everything on my desktop, put it in the recycle bin, and I deleted that. And what happened is, I got rid of that lore video because of that, and I got really pissed because I worked some time on that lore video, and I never got around to finishing it. But then what happened was, like, half a year ago, my friend, I accidentally deleted one of my videos that I wanted to get back, and so I asked one of my friends who's really good with computers if he could, help me to retrieve the video. And, he used a bunch of programs, and he actually got one of the videos that I got deleted back, but he also got that video from, like, 2 years ago deleted back. Apparently, there was some kind of backlog on Microsoft or something like that, which, like, all the stuff that you deleted, there's, like, I don't remember how he did it, but there was, like, he actually found that video from, like, 2 years ago to delete, and he fully restored it. And so I have that video ready, but if I do upload that lore video, I'm going to wait to finish Ghost of Tsushima. So I play Ghost of Tsushima again, and then after I finish Ghost of Tsushima, I'll put out that lore video right after I finish the game again. So I do want to replay it. That was a good game, and I like Ghost of Tsushima. It was a fun one. I thought you should know that Time Splitters 2 and 3 are playable on Series X, and part of my childhood. I have 60 platinum trophies from arcade mode. Oh, okay, Phoenix. Thank you for the super chat. Time Splitters. I don't know if I heard of that one. I know Time Crisis, but Time Splitters, it sounds familiar. If I look up gameplay of it, I'll probably be like, oh yeah, I've probably seen that before. Pro, thoughts on Vlad the Impaler, the real Dracula? Well, here's the thing about Vlad the Impaler. It depends on really who you are when you think of him. Now, Romanian people generally have a positive view, I've noticed, of Vlad the Impaler. They like him, but if you talk to Turkish people really hate him. So it depends on really who you are. But it's what I'll say about Vlad the Impaler. My personal opinion of him from a historical perspective is Vlad the Impaler was a very brutal guy. He committed horrible unspeakable crimes even against his own people. Even against, like, Romanians, which it was Transylvania, I think that's what it was called at the time, the kingdom. It wasn't called Romania back then, but it was the land of Romania. Polish people really don't have much of an opinion on him because he didn't do anything in Poland. The reason Turkish people hate him is because of just his, how when he was fighting the Ottomans, he was very brutal. But what I'll say about Vlad the Impaler is Vlad the Impaler, he was a very brutal guy. He did, commit horrible murders, but at the same time he was a really good general. So he was a really good tactician. And he wasn't just a king, he was a very smart commander. And if it wasn't for him, Romania would have gotten conquered by the Ottomans. So they would have been conquered by the Ottoman Empire. So while Vlad the Impaler was a very ruthless and brutal guy, he did also protect his land. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think really there would have been any other general that could have defeated the Ottomans like he did. The Ottomans eventually did kill him in battle, but he was able to stop the Ottomans from fully conquering Romania. So he pushed them out. So it was Transylvania, I think, is the name of the country. I think that's what it was called. I'll look it up right now. Yeah, it was called Transylvania. That was the region. It was in Romania. But that's my opinion on Vlad the Impaler. And Dracula was actually a real life person. People don't know that. Vlad the Impaler was a guy who was called Dracula. There's a legend that he was a vampire. That's why he killed his enemies so brutally. But yeah, that's the story about Vlad the Impaler. So overall, is Vlad the Impaler, is he a, an evil villain? I mean, he was a real person, or is he a good guy? I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think he leans more towards being a bad guy, but he also did good things by protecting his kingdom and his people from the Ottomans. And if the Ottomans had conquered, Transylvania, they would have killed more people than Vlad did. So there's not defending Vlad's, murders of his own people, but from a historical perspective, he did protect his kingdom from the Ottomans. So that's why you can't, when you look at a historical figure, you can't just look at him like complete praise, but you can't just look at him like it's just that. So you got to look at the what they did on things. If you compare like Vlad, if you compare Vlad the Impaler to somebody like Hitler, like Hitler is pure evil. Like, Vlad the Impaler, I wouldn't say that he's pure evil, but he's not he wasn't a good man either. He did horrible things as well. So it was, okay, let's go in here. I think that GTA Liberty City Story is the best theme song. The Last of Us, maybe I'll play it, but I like the first game, but the second game I don't like, really. The story I thought in the second game wasn't that good. Who are the top 5 most evil men in our history? In modern history, I would say probably the most evil man in modern history would probably have to be Hitler, because Hitler literally was going to wipe out entire peoples. Like, he was just going to exterminate entire peoples. And if Hitler had actually won the war, he would have mass murdered the Slavic people also in Eastern Europe. So the Nazis actually saw Slavic people as inferior to them. Slavic people are people that live in Russia, Belarus, Ukraine, Poland. And then you have the Balkan Slavs, which are in, Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia. So, Hitler really hated Slavs, and he would have exterminated Slavs as well, killing, hundreds of millions of people, and, just colonizing the land with Germans. So I would say Hitler would probably be the most evil person in history. Number 2 most evil person in modern history, I would say would have to either be Stalin or Mao Zedong. It's a little hard for me to tell who's more evil, Mao or Stalin. They're both really bad people. It's a little hard for me to tell who's more evil. The reason that it's because if you look at Mao Zedong and Stalin was responsible for 20 million deaths, at least 20 million deaths. Mao Zedong was responsible for somewhere between 45 million to 60 million deaths. But the thing about that is that most of those 20 million people that Stalin killed, most of them were from murders. They were from the gulags, Stalin's purges, his atrocities by the NKVD. While Mao Zedong did have, death squads, he did have the Red Guards, which committed horrible atrocities for him. Most of the deaths to Mao Zedong is from starvation, which is still his fault, but most of Stalin's deaths are from murders. So that's, so it's a little hard for me to tell who's worse, Mao or Stalin. They're number 2, number 3 most evil for me. He also attacked Finland. Yes, Stalin did. And Mao Zedong attacked Tibet. He did that. Mao is pretty respected in China. Well, that's because the Chinese education system. A lot of people don't know about the horrible atrocities. Like, do you think that in the Chinese education system that they're going to teach about the horrible things Mao did? No, they're not. So that's why there might be more positive view of him, because they don't teach the horrible atrocities that he committed. Get over and make these drops here. Okay, Shaq, don't push me anymore, because I'm about to make a turn a little bit. I don't want to crash in the turn. Scream my leg like the guy from SpongeBob. My leg! Well, he doesn't really scream in SpongeBob. He just, thank you, Amit. He doesn't really scream, he's just like, my leg! That's more what he sounds like. But the thing is, though, because that joke was, like, in so many, like, episodes, the fans actually kind of created their own episode. There was actually an episode with that my leg guy, specifically, because the fans were just memeing it so much that the creators of SpongeBob actually made they made an episode about it. I've been to a lot of towns in Pennsylvania. I don't know if I've been to that one. Would I ever consider making more in real life videos like the North Yankton one? Oh yeah, I would consider it. There are actually a few places in New York that I still want to film. These drops I know in the countryside are not that bad here. Did Mao Zedong have good intentions at first? No. I would say no, because Mao Zedong was very ruthless. To anybody that he didn't like, he was very ruthless. I mean, he purged other communists as well. So no, I wouldn't say that he had good intentions. I would say that, if Chiang Kai-shek beat Mao Zedong, China would probably be a much better place today. It was Chiang Kai-shek, he was the guy who fought against Mao Zedong. He was the leader of the nationalists in China. Now, Chiang Kai-shek was not a good man either. You know, he also did some bad things, did do some killings, but he was, if you compare him to Mao Zedong just did so much worse than Chiang. So much worse. Okay, let's get over here. Bro fled to Taiwan. Well, the thing is, Taiwan was like the last part of China that was not conquered by the communists at that point. That's why he fled there. Six minutes, very quick on that. Some people say Taiwan is not a real country, and those people are stupid. That's what I'll say about that. Taiwan is very much a country, and Taiwan has better living standards than China. Like, look at how much the average Taiwanese makes versus how much the average Chinese makes. That's because of corruption. Because Taiwan helps its people more. Taiwan respects human rights. It's not, it doesn't have half the problems that China has.
I built that car for my mom.
Pro, if you could own any gun from Battlefield 1, what gun would it be? What gun would it be? It would be the Hellriegel. If I could own any gun from Battlefield 1, which gun would be the Hellriegel? And do you know why? Because if I had the Hellriegel, I would be a multi-millionaire. That's what I would be if I had the Hellriegel. Because the Hellriegel is literally like one of the world's first, you know, I mean, maybe you could argue it's an assault rifle. One of the first, like, you know, one of those first kinds of assault rifles in history. It's kind of weird. In Battlefield 1, it's an SMG, but it's loaded with a belt fed in real life. It's not loaded with that. The reason that I would be a multi-millionaire if I had the Hellriegel is because the Hellriegel never survived in the end. There was only 5 of them made, and it's unknown what happened to those 5 Hellriegels. They probably got destroyed, so we don't know how the gun operates. Like a lot of other, almost every single World War I gun, even the really rare World War I guns, we know how they operate. We don't know how the Hellriegel operates. The only thing we know is a water-cooled automatic weapon with a belt fed on it. We don't know its internals. We don't know its muzzle velocity. I don't know if we even know what cartridge it fires. So it's so a lot of the stuff is unknown about the gun. But if a Hellriegel actually ever did turn up somewhere, or somebody actually found one, if it actually did turn up, that person would get millions of dollars because that's one of the most rarest firearms in history. That gun would just be so yeah. What is belt fed? Belt fed basically means it's like when you know when you see in movies when they're firing like the older machine guns and you have like one guy shooting a machine gun and you have like another guy holding his hands and you see like the ammunition like going across his hands holding it steady for him. That's belt fed. So it means it's like just a long line of ammunition. That's like that's pretty much what the Hellriegel was like. But the Hellriegel was belt fed. There was like the magazine to the Hellriegel did not attach to it. Like it was like a little belt fed, and then there was like this big round magazine on the side. And it wasn't a gun that you could run around with. The Hellriegel was a gun that you fire prone or you fire crouched. It wasn't a gun that you could just sprint around with like in Battlefield 1. And the magazine that they have in Battlefield 1 is fake. That magazine is not a real magazine. That's on the Hellriegel. So the Hellriegel is one of the rarest firearms ever in history. But if there was only 5 of them made in history, and if somebody ever found one, if the prototype is somewhere out there and it actually survived like over 120 years, that person would get so much money for that. That would just be very, very Can bullets discharged from guns be used? Technically, it depends on what you mean by the bullet. If you mean the tip of it. The tip of it, no, that can't be reused. Once that fires and that hits somebody, it's destroyed. If you're talking about the casing, reloading, you know, you can take a case from a lot of bullets, and you can then basically just build another bullet from it. You know, there's procedures to go about doing that. So it really depends. How much did the Hellriegel weigh? We don't know, because we don't have the specifics of the firearm. Who do you think is the dumbest GTA protagonist? Tony Cipriani, because he was too loyal. I missed a super chat? Oh, I'm sorry. Why not poker at the end of your GTA streams? Well, there is no poker in GTA, though, Eagle. Unless you mean the 3-card poker. I'll help with one more business here. And after I help with this business, let's do the heist. Pearl, can you tell us a story about you driving and encountering like bad drivers? Well, I'll tell you something. Do you know what the worst drivers I've ever seen in my life were? Because I've seen a lot of really bad drivers. But there was one place I encountered really bad drivers, and I was thinking to myself, oh, it's not going to happen a second time. Maybe I just encountered bad drivers that day, but the second time I was there, it happened again. Can anybody guess where the worst drivers are that I've ever seen in my life? It's a city. Can anyone guess what city this is? Aaron got it right there. Look, I'm from New York. I grew up in New York City as a kid. And so I thought that New York had the worst drivers ever. Because there's some really bad drivers in New York. There's some really, really bad ones. But, and then I had my friends telling me that the worst drivers are in LA. But I've never been to LA, so I don't know. I can't say. But the worst drivers I've ever encountered in my life aren't even New York drivers, it's Chicago drivers. Chicago. Now, nothing against Chicago. I'm not trying to insult anyone in Chicago. But I'm just saying from my personal experience, because I drove through Chicago a few times. I've been to Chicago a few times, and I drove through it each time. That's the place I've seen the worst drivers. Every time I drove through Chicago, I encountered some of the worst drivers I've ever seen. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever been to Chicago, you probably know the place I'm talking about. But if you're driving to the place that I live at, because I live in the upper Midwest. Now, to go to the state that I live in, you would have to drive through Chicago. So you'd have to drive through. I don't live in Illinois, but you'd have to drive through Chicago basically to get to where I'm going. And so I drove in like a highway in Chicago, and the highway that I drove in Chicago, it's very similar to that place in Watch Dogs, where it's kind of like this. But there's actually a train in between. So there's like a train in between the highway. So it's like one ramp on the left side, like oncoming traffic from the other way, and then this way, and then in the middle there's like a train. I don't know what the name of that highway is, but that highway is where I encountered the worst drivers. Some very aggressive people on that road. Now, I was driving there at 5 o'clock in the morning one time when there was not even that much traffic, and I was going just about the speed limit. But I had people cutting me off left and right, like people just speeding like crazy and just cutting me off. Like I probably had like 10 drivers cut me off in like less than 5 minutes. And what happened was some of the drivers were getting really close to me, like when they were cutting me off. I was really scared I was going to get into a car crash. And so that was my experience in Chicago. And that happened one time when I was in Chicago, only one time. But then I was there like a few months later. I was driving to New York again, like a few months later, and the exact same thing happened again. And I was like, there's no way this is going to happen twice. So that's just what I say about is that Chicago is the place that I've seen the worst drivers in my life. Pro, I live in Illinois and I know what you mean. Oh, okay, Ryan. Thank you for the super chat. Do you know something? When drivers are speeding in Chicago, I don't think the police are allowed to stop them when they're in downtown, because apparently it's endangering the public. Now there was a video I saw like a year ago where there was a guy got his car stolen in broad daylight in downtown Chicago. Like in downtown Chicago, a guy just got his car stolen. The guy speeds off, and the police do nothing. Nothing. And when the police were asked why they did nothing, they said that they're not allowed to pursue somebody at high speeds in downtown because it's too dangerous. It's like the guy literally just got carjacked. I don't know if the guy gets his car back, but that's stupid. Try coming to Texas. That's the worst drivers. I'm down to visit Texas one day. I'll see. have I ever seen bad truck drivers? One time I did. There was this driver. Me and my friend were driving once. This is many years ago. This is probably like 8 or 9 years ago. So we were in a car. We got into a highway. We got on the ramp, and what happened was we had a big rig truck that was in the left lane. So like right when you're getting on the ramp and getting on the highway, that lane right next to the ramp, there's a big rig truck. And what happened was I was trying to get into the lane, and that truck sped up, like it was speeding up. And what happened was there was cars right behind the truck speeding, so I couldn't get behind the truck either. And so what I did was I just floored it. I sped up because that stupid truck driver started speeding too. And what ended up happening is there was I got into the lane in front of him. The guy honked in front of me, and then eventually the guy gets on like my side of the side of my car, opens up his window, and he just yells at me in like, a very thick southern accent. I don't know where he was from, but I'm guessing it was a southern accent. It sounded like a southern accent to me. But he just basically says, "You New York piece of..." That's what he said to me. So that was just, that was like, I don't know why he sped up. Like, I know there was cars behind him too, but he didn't need to speed up like that. Like, I was trying to merge, get on the lane, and he was just trying to speed up. He wasn't letting me merge. And so it was just that. I had to floor it to get in front of him because my lane was about to end. Like, the ramp was going to end. So I had to. I didn't want to just stop in the ramp. And he was just, that was just that. So it was... Okay, so what are we doing? Can we do a heist now? I guess I'll help with one more business here. And then I want to help with a heist. I love your streams. Well, your stories. Thank you. How did the man know you were from New York? Because it was New York. I guess he assumed. But he was driving a big rig truck, so he obviously was not from New York. He was delivering something to New York. But that was yeah. What a hangar sale on converting? Is that what you're selling? What lore video specifically, Hesh? Yeah, I'll do a Saints Row 4 playthrough one day.
You doing?
I'll drive it. Okay. Oh, I have Cayo heist. Okay. Well, I was gonna help somebody with their casino heist, I think. Who was it that asked me for help with their casino heist at the beginning of the stream? I'm sorry, I just forget. Somebody asked me for help with their casino heist. If that person isn't here anymore, I will just help you with your Cayo then unconverting. But unconverting, if we're gonna do Cayo Perico, can we just do it just me and you? Just so there's just less chances of less chances of something, somebody getting detected or a body being seen. You can give me just 15% and take 85% if you want. Do you think that the North Korean people will ever be free? No, probably not in our probably not in our lifetimes. No, probably not. I can't imagine North Korea ever really truly changing. No, it's not gonna happen. The thing about this, oh, you did Feuds. Okay, I could probably help you then. That was you, right, Feuds. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna have a video. There's gonna be a game I'm gonna be playing this year. That takes place in North Korea. It's an open world game, so it's an open world game set in North Korea, and it's actually my favorite PS2 game. It's called Mercenaries: Playground of Destruction. And Mercenaries, in that game, you can destroy every single building, and even bridges. So you can destroy every building in the game. It's fully destructible, and the map is the city of North Korea, and there's like Pyongyang, the capital. And basically, the story in the game is that there's a war of North Korea in the future, and you work for different factions. You work for the United Nations, you work for the South Koreans, you work for the Chinese, and you're like capturing North Korean bounties and like North Korean generals. And in the final mission of the game, you actually go after the North Korean dictator. So the North Korean dictator is the final target in the game's final mission. And if you capture him alive, you get $100 million if you capture him alive. So that's and the thing about that is that game has like that game was the most realistic depiction of North Korea that I've ever seen, because North Korea does appear in a few games, but Mercenaries' depiction of North Korea is the most accurate one, because if you look at what the map looks like in North Korea, like the open map, you look at what the buildings look like, the cars they drive around in, it's very accurate to what North Korea looks like. So the developers definitely did a lot of research. The developers also put in real landmarks of North Korea, so like real places in North Korea are actually in the map. And so once I replay the game and I finish the game, I'm going to release 2 lore videos. Maybe I'll actually release 3. But I want to release at least 2 lore videos on it. And one of the lore videos, I'll talk about North Korea, comparing it to real life. Obviously, I'm not going to go to North Korea to compare it to real life. But I'm going to show, like, the places from Google Images and, like, compare it to the game. And talk about how accurate it is and what the places are. But, yeah, that... Also, the game also has the, in Mercenaries Playground Destruction, they also have the, what's it called, they have, Division 39 in Mercenaries, which Division 39, it's a real part, a real organization in North Korea. It's called Room 39 in real life, but I guess they just called it Division 39 in the game. But Room 39 is basically the North Korean Mafia. That's what Room 39 is. So North Korea actually has its own mafia with bosses. A lot of people actually don't know about that. So like, you know how in The Godfather, in The Godfather 2, how there's like that mafia boss that works with Fidel Castro and the Cuban government? North Korea actually has their own version of that. So they actually have like mobsters and like people that smugglers and people that work directly for the North Korean government. Technically, Room 39 is part of the North Korean government. Technically, it's part of the government, but it's North Korea's basically mafia. So you have like North Korean gangsters. So a lot of people actually don't know about this. North Korea actually does have its own mafia. People don't know about that. And the North Korean mafia is directly tied to the government. So they're corrupt. They work together. And the North Korean mafia has no chance of ever being prosecuted in North Korea because they're in league with the North Korean government. Now, what does the North Korean mafia do for the North Korean government? They don't commit crimes in North Korea, because if they committed crimes in North Korea, the North Korean government would kill all of them. They commit crimes outside of North Korea. What the North Korean mafia does is they smuggle stuff into North Korea. So, like, if you ever wonder, how does Kim Jong-un get his Mercedes limousine? How does he get that? Room 39. The North Korean mafia does that. They smuggle in cars, because North Korea has a lot of sanctions on it, and the North Korean mafia are the people who smuggle stuff into the country. They smuggle in jewelry for the rich North Korean elites. They smuggle in cars for them, other exotic coats, things that the North Korean elite would want from Western countries. The North Korean mafia smuggles for them. The North Korean mafia actually does make an appearance in GTA 4. In GTA 4, they're in that mission. Remember the mission where Derek has you protect Kim? Remember that guy who brings in the counterfeit bills? Room 39 are actually responsible for counterfeit money. So if you ever see counterfeit bills in America, a lot of the counterfeit money actually comes from the North Korean mafia. That's where it comes from. The North Korean government are the ones who print out the fake American bills, but the North Korean mafia are the ones who distribute it in America. And the reason that the North Korean mafia trades in American counterfeit bills is for 2 reasons. The first reason is because they buy stuff with that money and then sell it back to the North Korean government. And the second reason is it's to destroy. It's to destroy the American economy. That's really what the whole purpose of it. The more they print out, the more inflation, the more it hurts. It doesn't have that much of an impact on the American economy, minimal, but it's still there. And so Derek brings in that guy from North Korea, Kim. Kim is a North Korean agent in GTA 4. He works directly for the North Korean government. That's why the IAA guy, like UL Paper, that's why he wants Nico to kill Kim at the North Korean restaurant later on. Because Kim is endangering the U.S. economy by bringing in those bills. And that's actually based on real life. Because do you know what terrorist organization in real life actually has contacts with the North Korean mafia? Does anybody know? Let's see if people guess this one. But there's actually a terrorist organization that has direct contact with the North Korean mafia and actually has worked with them in the past before. I'll give you a hint. It's a European terrorist organization. Pro, you think Gerald McCreary will return in GTA 6? Possible, but I don't know how long his prison sentence would be, Ryan. unconverting, I'm gonna help Feuds with his casino heist because I promised him I could probably help you for Cayo maybe later or tomorrow. There you go. Confucius and Zombie get it right. And it's the IRA. That is who the North Korean Mafia has worked with, the Irish Republican Army. Now, what has the Irish Republican Army done? They've traded in weapons, but they've also traded in the bills. So the North Korean Mafia actually sells the counterfeit American bills to the IRA. They've done that. And the IRA has also helped them enter certain countries. So in GTA 4, you actually see that. In GTA 4, you see where the IRA actually, Derek, a former IRA member, actually helps Kim smuggle in the American fake bills. That is actually based on real events. Go on Google and type in IRA and North Korean government connections, and you'll actually find that. So the IRA has actually helped the North Korean government in the past, and they actually do have contacts between each other. Now, the IRA and the North Korean government, they really don't necessarily like each other. But it's more about the fact that they both hate Britain. That's pretty much what it's both about, the fact. So they want to just cause chaos in Britain, and that's pretty much why they are why they have worked together, for those reasons. What else is it I'm gonna say about it is yeah, so in Mercenaries Playground Destruction, Room 39 makes an appearance in that game, and you actually see the whole Mafia network. But the scariest thing that the North Korean Mafia does, the scariest thing they do, is they kidnap people. They kidnap people from other countries, and they smuggle them to North Korea. So they're actually responsible for a lot of that stuff. So North Korea engages in human smuggling. It kidnaps people from a lot of countries. These kidnappings actually still exist to this day. They were more common back in the 80s, but it still actually happens. So you will have these North Korean mafia bosses. They live in North Korean palaces. They live in mansions. They have exotic cars, BMWs, Mercedes, things that would only be in capitalist countries, while the rest of the North Korean population just lives in absolute poverty. So that's the thing about this, is that people think, North Korea can't have a mafia because North Korea is a communist country, and so therefore they're not capitalists, they don't trade in money, and so therefore they can't have a mafia because mafias are just there for profit. But I'll tell you, even in communist countries, you still have mafias, you still have organized crime. In my parents' country of Poland was a communist country in the past, and Poland also had organized crime. It did. They weren't like a really big, powerful mafia, but they still had it to an extent. But the Polish mafia, do you know what they did in when Poland was a communist country? They traded in moonshine. That's what they did. They moonshine, because all of the money, all of the alcohol that was in Poland was government produced. So there was no private industry regarding alcohol, and so there was a demand for alcohol. I'm ready whenever you are, Feuds. But just wait, guys. Just finishing up this story here. But just ready up, Feuds, because I'm ready to drive over. But make the buyer high level. By the way, the buyer is just low level. You just want to change that. Yeah, hit the high level. But basically, that's what happened. Is the moonshiners were pretty wealthy in Poland, and so the Polish currency was worthless. But what they did was, the mafia in Poland, even though they couldn't trade in Polish money, in zloty, what they traded instead was they traded in goods. So if you wanted to buy moonshine from the mafia in Poland, you would be trading to them other stuff. You'd be giving them jewelry, gold, other valuables that you have around your house. That's what the mafia would trade in. They would trade in contraband. They would trade in goods. So if the mafia couldn't trade in money, they always find some way to trade itself. So when I hear people say, oh, there's no crime, there's no organized crime in communist countries, there very much is. It still exists.
You'll have the element of surprise, at least.
And do you know what else the mafia in Poland traded in? They traded in ration cards. So a ration card in Poland when it was communist was like a card that everybody would get, and you would take the ration card to the supermarket, and the ration card would tell you how much meat you can have in a week, how much milk you can have in a week, how much cigarettes you can buy in a week. And so these ration cards weren't labeled by name. And so these ration cards, ironically, became the new currency. The government was trying to get rid of money, but this was the new currency that they became. It was the ration cards, and so that's what the mafia dealt in, was the ration cards.
Well, the good news is that they just had a record-breaking weekend, so the vault is full to bursting. And the bad news is that they've hired extra security to guard it. High risk, high gain. Just how we like it.
Feuds, did you get the power drills? When you do a stealth heist like this, it's best not to do this with 4 people, just letting you know for the future, because the more people you have, the higher chances you are of getting detected. Oh wait, you didn't get the key cards. Oh no. Okay, hold on guys. Oh. Yeah, this...
You know, for someone who isn't me, your hacker's doing a good job of blocking the alarm. You've got some time here.
Okay.
Your hacker can cover some mistakes, but that won't work forever. You've still got a few chances, but be careful.
You have to get the key cards for the future here, Futes, because this mission is just so much harder without the key cards. It's okay. You're new to this. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Oh. Ah. Okay, got it. Okay, there we go. I can't stand that hack. I did it on my first attempt there, but that... It's okay. Does anybody know how to do the dotted hack good here?
I do fingerprints.
The dots, not the fingerprints, though. The dots.
Like I said, it's been years since I touched that. I really suck at dots.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna be having to do it, but I'm warning you guys, I might fail at dots. It's the hardest hack in the game. Don't go in through this yet. Here. Hold on. Okay, I guess going through now. Oh.
Heads up. CCTV ahead. The stun gun should disable the camera for a while. Or go old school and
Yeah, that's the only camera we're gonna shoot, because that one might see the bodies. Okay.
can't shoot down many cameras. It's the kind of thing security tends to notice.
Oh, great. Okay.
This hacking interface is so simple, but nobody
Oh,
could use
crap.
it.
The guy sees me at the door.
Of dots on the grid.
Ah,
Then enter
damn.
identically on the
Okay,
next screen. Screw up the positioning too many times or run out of time.
aborting the hack here.
Security
Let's just restart this here, guys. We should be in the building, so that first hack we don't have to do again. I'm sorry, didn't see the guy in the thing. You have to complete the Vincent mission also, and find guards, because it's on this heist, the first here feud. Because we don't know where the guards' positions are also. Well, dug-in shipments you don't really need for this the sneaky heist, because you can just melee them. But it's, yeah, but that's why you just restart if you get caught each time, but... okay, restarting here, and... It's okay. Everyone hit R2 here. Let's just try again since we're in here again. I'll just try to see if I can do the dotted hack really quickly since we're all in here. Okay, hold on. Before you go through this, there's people that spawn sometimes. It takes a little... Wait for the camera to turn. Don't shoot them yet. Okay, drop them now. Don't go up to the doors yet. Hold on a second. How many guards are in there? There's 2 guards in there.
Well, he's not ringing the alarm.
Yeah, suppress Desert Eagle, the best gun for This would not work as a suppressed weapon. Okay. Okay. Just keep an eye out for me. I'm gonna. Everyone, just hold your position. Oh God.
Forever. You've still got a few chances, but be careful. Don't take too long. We've only got a limited window here. Your hacker can cover some mistakes, but that won't work forever. You've still got a few chances, but be careful.
Try one more time here, because I had a really bad one there. You can usually cheat with just like going back and like looking like at what or taking a picture, but I tend to not like to do that. I just like to do it. Okay.
Your hacker can cover some mistakes, but that won't work forever. You've still got a few chances.
Okay, first one through.
Careful. Good work. On to the next.
Okay, one more.
Nice. Next. Your hacker can cover some mistakes, but that won't work forever.
Okay, I'm through. Oh, I did it. That was horrible. No, yeah, guys, don't judge Fuchs because this is his first time doing the casino heist. He hasn't done this before, so he's new to this still. So he didn't know he had to do the key card mission. Get back, everyone! Get back! Get back! Stay away from that Sebi. Stay away from that side. Everyone, just stay where you are right now. Okay, I'm gonna get him. Oh God, another one. Oh man, this is the worst hack in the game. Is the dot one.
The cash is on the cart. Don't get distracted. This is just a starter.
Find the camera there.
Okay, I got one.
Okay, next one.
Oh, and inside the casino, if you have your sprint set to hold instead of tap, you can actually pull sprint instead of doing like the slow run. So there are a few points where you can run faster than you normally can.
Okay, got that.
Next.
Hang on.
Open sesame.
Oh, I did it. You have to have really good, you have to really keep that picture in your mind when you do it. That's it's open. Okay. Yes, but just hold on. Wait, everyone. Hold where you are. Hold.
Only one way down from here. One step at a time. I need my inhaler just listening to you.
Okay. The camera on the staircase. Hold on. Go, everyone. It's
Alright,
disabled.
the camera just went down. It'll be back online soon.
Okay, everyone, just wait in here in this B1 room. Just hide. Wait here.
They'll hit the alarm. And you
I'm gonna
are...
clear this. I'm gonna clear this right now.
These people aren't idiots. Okay, here we are at last. The lower level. Naturally, is heavily guarded. You're so close. See that security checkpoint? The man trap is just beyond it.
Okay. Ooh. Timmy, can you come out here and help me melee these two guys?
The triads took him out. They're
Ready?
still finding bits of him on the freeway.
You sure it's the triads?
I don't know what the hell
Do
you're
it, do it, do it.
implying, but go imply it to someone.
Perfect.
Okay.
Never saw you coming.
Okay, wait. Wait for the camera to turn. Okay, go everyone now. Wait for this camera to turn. Get in this room here on the left. Okay. Get in this room here. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me drop these guys now. Wait for that camera to turn all the way here. Okay. Come on, let's go. Stay underneath the wall. Hug the wall here. Get over here now. Okay.
See that? That's your man trap, so pay attention. You'll have to swipe both vault
Do it.
cards simultaneously at separate control panels. That unlocks the system, but even then, we can't open both the inner and... Get everyone inside the man trap now. I can keep the first door open
Okay,
until
we
you
did it.
set.
Ooh. See ya, Pro. Later, Pro, and thanks for helping me with Hangar. No problem, King of Killing. Okay, you don't know how to do the hacks, right, Feuds?
Push on to the vault. Looks like the guard at the vault room isn't there.
No, but, Feuds, you don't know how to do the hacks, right? Feuds, to stay away from any doors of hacks, you just grab the loot on,
It's about to get
let me help drill here. You just grab the loot on whatever's,
do this. The lock mechanism should melt.
whatever's already open.
You just need to target the weak points. Don't rush. If you push the drill too hard, it'll overheat. We're not on a time limit until we're inside. Okay, disc 1 is done on this side. Come on, keep it steady, but you've got to move quicker than this. Number 2 done. That's disc 3. Good, that's the left side taken
Got it.
care of.
How many Merryweather agents are named Menendez? Well, not just Merryweather, but also the gangsters. The professional gangsters. That's actually the gang, the professionals. They say that too. Thank you, Joshua Vlogs. Okay, good work, team. Okay. I'm gonna hack everything on the left.
Gold! Very nice. It's on the carts. Good news. Seeing as we stayed under the radar, we have a little more time here. Now, your hacker can block the security sensors while you're in the vault, but only
I got
for a
left,
while.
yes.
If the system goes quiet for too long, it triggers the alarm as a failsafe. And, did I mention that if the alarm goes off in here, they'll flood the place with nerve agent?
Okay, this one's open.
Okay, well, I'm mentioning it now. There's a set of lockboxes in here. Drill them if you've got the time, but I can't promise you there'll be anything good inside.
Yes, it is. I'm hacking the second one.
Geez, I think that's all the doors. We got kind of lucky on this one. There haven't been too many doors.
This is opened. Okay.
Yeah, we got kind of lucky. Is hotel open? I think it is. Because I walked by it and I didn't see a door.
Okay. I'm gonna start drilling boxes here then.
Someone grab Hank. Yeah, I'm getting the hotel right now.
Okay. By the way, Feuds, do you have the EMP charge by any chance? Feuds? Because he has the night vision equipment, so I'm wondering if he has the EMP by any chance. At 15 seconds, we leave.
40 seconds.
Okay, this is my last box.
30 seconds before the failsafe alarm, so make the most of it.
Okay, let's go, yeah.
20 seconds.
Let's go, yep, going.
Now get out before they smell a rat. Gas incoming. 10 seconds. We're still under the radar.
Okay,
Perfect.
Sebi, swipe it. I'll do it right when you do it.
That is the mother load.
There we go.
We cleaned them out. Okay, let's see if we can make the way out as smooth as the way in. Get your key cards ready.
We have to kill everyone down here, because if you don't kill everyone down here, then there's a, an alarm goes off.
You really cleaned up down there, you know? They're not gonna know what hit them. Except for
The armored guys were gonna melee.
you know, if we pull this off, it'll be the crown jewel of my career.
Hang on a second. This door, we need to kill this guy in here, but we don't even need to open this door. No. The nano drone. Yes.
You did good down there. This is gonna be a nice little payday.
People don't use this, but yes, you can use this.
Satisfaction.
I think the nano drone, I think, can also, even knock out armored guys, but I'm not gonna risk that right now. Let's, here. This guy's mine. Okay, this way, guys, the way we came. Get ready for the camera to turn. Once the camera turns, hug the wall. Okay, hug the wall here. Oh, crap, there's a guy. Okay, I took care of it. Okay, we're clear down here. Oh, one more. Never mind. We're clear now. Okay, let me hack this. It's another one. Please, just don't be dots. Oh, God, no. Yes. Okay, first one through, two more.
If you take much longer on this, they'll be on to you.
Wait, can you hear me now? I was muted. Yeah, you were muted.
Do you have an EMP?
I think so. How do you do that? On your phone, right?
Nice. Next.
Open up your phone and go down to security, so you'll see.
Do you have the EMP? Does anybody in the comments, do you guys remember how to activate the EMP if you have it? Because we haven't used it in so long, because we never use EMPs on these heists, but he has one, so disabled. Go.
The camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm.
Phone?
Listen up, we have bad
Phone and SecuroServe. Wait, do you have it? Fuse check.
check on the vault so they know it's been robbed. The good news is they have no idea who or how. The cops are on their way, but you can still make it out undetected if you do exactly what I say. If you're caught,
Then you don't have it. Okay.
it really hits the fan. Must be tiring running around with all
Okay, let's go. Oh, this door's blocked.
side doors are back through the staff entrance.
Okay.
Almost there.
We're not gonna bother with the extra room here. We just want to get out.
Damn it! They're on you.
What?
At least the hard part is done. You just need to make it out
Crap.
alive.
These auto shotguns are actually... How did you get detected? At least these auto shotguns are killing these armored guys. Yeah, the auto shotgun is actually not that bad against these armored guys. Oh, crap, where am I getting shot from? This is ridiculous, these guys. Okay, wait. Timmy, if you could just not do that, because I was just trying to hit this guy here. Crap, I can't get a shot in the guy in the red shirt. There's another guy in a red shirt there. Can you get a shot on him? Okay. Crap, that guy has a shotgun too, careful.
Give it up, ass! Find some cover.
Okay. If we're gonna go in the room, everyone's gotta get in now. Guy's coming in. Okay, everyone run for the gate, quick. Let's go, everyone go. Or more spawn. We're getting out right here. You don't have to go out in the yellow area. Fewits, can you hit the button for us to get out here? Isn't there supposed to be... Oh, crap, watch out. They're here. I'm pretty sure you can get out any exit you want, even if you mark it. You don't have an option to get out here? Oh, no. Okay, we're gonna have to get out the other exit then. Dude, there's a guy on the left here, watch out. At least this shotgun knocks them to the ground. It trips them. Okay, come on, move together then. Through here. Careful though, there still might be guys. Yeah, they're here. Oh crap, I need to snack up. Yeah, no one really takes this exit. It's not that good of an exit to leave here. Okay, let's exit out here. Okay. Let's just pray the getaway cars are close. And they're not in a bad spot. If the getaway cars are in a bad spot, we're gonna have to take a civilian car. Oh god, we're not gonna be able to get to that car. Probably best to go for the highway. That's probably the better place to go for. Gotta just fight to the highway and we're gonna have to steal a car on the road. Crap. Yeah, Where is this guy over here? Oh, he's behind the... Damn, he just doesn't want to die. Okay. If you would stay with the team. Timmy, where are you going with him over there? Well, me and Sebi are just fighting the highway. We're gonna take a car over here.
Might as well give up. He got away. I kill for a living.
Sebi, can you get the guy on the left? I'm getting this guy on the right here. I got him. Okay, Sebi, go for the road. God, hopefully we can find a car out here quickly. There's a guy out here somewhere. Where is he? Okay, the highway. There's the highway. There's cars. We're gonna have to shoot a driver out, and be careful not to get run over. Damn, they're driving too fast. Sebi, start the car up. Okay. Let's go, go. Snack up. Do you guys have a car? Okay, you guys, we can't go back to get you guys. Sebi, get off the highway. Go, not here. Oh, damn. Get back on the highway, but go on the other side. Get in the fields on the other side. Yes, go off-road here. They're gonna have a harder time following us. We'll deal with that in a moment here. We need a new form of transportation. This isn't gonna do. Stop in front of him, quick. Oh, never mind. Keep going, keep going. Next car. No, don't hijack the next car. There's too many cops. Just keep going. Go right here in the fields. Sebi, I'll put a marker on your map. Go back on the road over there, but go through the fields. Don't go through the road yet. We're gonna want to steal a car, but we're gonna want to steal the car like right when when there's a break in the cops. Yeah. Don't get on the road yet. There's too many cops. Keep going straight. Just keep going straight. Okay, good driving so far. Okay, try your best to just lose them here. Just watch for the helicopters, because the helicopters are going to be our worst enemy here. They might spot us at the last moment. Like, stay in this area. There's no need to really move. Don't get near the roads, Sebi, because the closer you get near the roads, the more cops are going to spawn. Just, like, stay in this area right now. We still haven't lost the cops. This is ridiculous. Don't get back near the roads yet. It's too risky still. The one level glitches out a lot of times and it takes too long to lose them. Okay, they're gone. Oh, thank God. Oh my God, I'm about... Yeah, that was... Okay, go in that parking lot right there. See that parking lot? There's a bunch of cars in the parking lot. We'll take a new one there. Okay, we'll take that SUV right there. Or actually, no, let's take the Sultan. The Sultan's even better. I'll drive it. Oh, we did it. Okay, good work. Yeah, good work. Good work on the driving. No problem. But just know in the future, Feuds, I know this is your first time doing this heist. When you do silent and sneaky, you want to get the key cards every time, because the dot hack is a nightmare to do. It's the hardest hacking out of all the hacking mini games. The dot hack, is, in my opinion, is the hardest one. It's the worst one. Because literally, you have to remember. It's like you have a split second to like literally remember just all the dots in order. You have to literally rely on your memory. Okay, let me look at my chat again. I'm sorry I wasn't looking at chat, guys. We were just so busy and trying to get away from that situation. It was really bad. Thank you, Jacob. And you are the best, pro. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Jacob. Yeah, we should have just taken the bicycles. That's what we should have taken. I'm just gonna drive over to the spot, and then I'll answer any super chats here that I missed. Oh, sorry. I just want to look at the chat. That happens. Sure. I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Getaway cars, go! The driver has them in position.
Oh, you're one of the few people that knows that if you stay in the seat, it'll automatically change. A lot of people don't know that. Okay, let me look at the chat here. Okay, that was a good one though. With the you know, even though the heist went bad, we actually did a really good job improvising. The thing about the shotguns is the shotguns were killing the armored guys, but not because necessarily because they were doing so much damage, because they knocked them to the ground. That's why it was so helpful. Oh, thank you, Fernando. Sheep tacos are the best food created. Thank you, man. Thoughts in GTA in Chicago or Detroit? I wouldn't mind it in being in Chicago or even in Detroit. I'm always open to a new city. What would you do if someone made you stew with body parts of a seal, a scorpion, a turtle boiled in an energy drink? What? Is that supposed to be some kind of parody in something? Thank you, Dynasty. Thank you. 1.5 years of sponsoring my channel. Thanks, Dynasty. What do you think of the submarine disaster that happened at the Titanic wreck? It's just, it's really sad. That company, I hope that family sues that company. Hi, GB. What was the dirt bikes there? I would never get into a submarine because it just makes me uncomfortable. But it would just, you know, air travel was the thing that made me the most uncomfortable. Air travel scared me a lot, and I used to drive to New York. So when I would visit my family, like I live 1,500 miles away from my family in New York, and I would actually drive the entire 1,500 miles. I did that a few times back and forth because I was just so scared of flying. But I kind of got over it, and now I fly. Good work, everyone.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. Good work. Actually handled it pretty decently.
They were using a Logitech controller, I think. Yeah, but I don't like to use the sewers or the helicopter because I think it's too easy. We like to escape. But in our situation, me and Sebi, we couldn't even get to the sewer in time. We just had to keep going forward because if we turned around to the casino, it would have been worse. Okay. I just have to do this for just a moment because there's a copyright claim on this part here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I guess we'll be wrapping up the stream here, guys. I'll still stick around and answer a few questions before I go, so if you want to ask me anything before I go, I'll still answer. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to have a GTA Online video tomorrow about this, was Dutch evil or broken? Both. I'm going to try to have a GTA Online video on the new update, a guide, kind of, tomorrow out. Thank you for the content, no problem, Ant. What's for dinner, Pro? Well, I'm not gonna have dinner yet. I'm probably gonna have like something. I'm gonna have something small. I'm probably gonna have some. I'll probably have some ramen right now, and because I want to go to the gym and work out. Because I go to the gym, so I want to have something in my stomach. Just work out on something because I don't want to work out empty. And then after I come back, then I'll probably have a chicken or something else at the sea.
Excuse me.
What do you think about the career progress? I think it's interesting. You know, it does give you, even veteran players, something new to do. I don't know, trucks just aren't for me, Gorgle. Thank you, regular dude. Are you a gun carrier? No, but I have nothing, against people who want to carry that, carry personally. I think that's fine. I finally got to level 10 in GTA 4. Level 10 takes a massive grind, too. Do you believe internet access is a human right? Yeah, I don't think the government can tell you that you can't, you know, use the internet. I don't think the government can tell you what you can and can't look up, really. Unless it's something illegal, but, you know, if it's not anything illegal, if it's just generally free speech stuff, you should be able to look up whatever you want on the internet. Can you help me with my first casino heist? I want to unlock that Buffalo Classic. When I get the chance, Yuritsa, maybe I could help you. There's just, do I have you added, Yuritsa? If I do and I don't remember your PSN, I'm sorry. I just have so many people added. Are you Yara by any chance? Is that who you are? But I just you missed my question. What's your question, Isaiah? Do you live alone and own your own house? I do live alone, and I actually do own a house, but I don't live there. I live in an apartment. I use a house. A house that I own, I actually use it as a business. It's my rental property. So I don't need a house personally. I don't need that much space. I'm happy with my apartment, but I use a house as a business. Okay, will I ever play Tomb Raider? Maybe one day. I'll check them out. What's your PSN, Yuritsa? What is it? Will I ever play on Xbox? I do play games on Xbox, like Saints Row 1 and 2. I played that on the Xbox. What do you think about Rockstar moving 186 cars? It's stupid. It's dumb. You're Yara. Okay, I thought you were Yara. So I can possibly help you. Probably not tonight, maybe later in the week. Just send me a message, Yara. Send me a message on PlayStation, and I'll try to coordinate a day I can help you out with your heist. So I can help you with that. They didn't remove the cars from the game, just the in-game website. Well, still, they kind of removed them from the game, though. When will you be doing the Vice City Stories 100% completion? Wednesday. This Wednesday we'll be doing it. I have it planned for this Wednesday. Is the gym giving you strength? Yes, it is. You know, I'm slowly putting on more weight, and I am making gains. So yes. But I will be going here. I'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for watching my stream. Thank you for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, do drop a like and check out tomorrow. I'll be posting a GT Online video. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day.